What is up guys, welcome back. What is up guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna talk about 5 mistakes in planche. Yeah, that's it for the intro. See you guys in the video.
Okay, so mistake number 1, overly rounding your back during planche. So in many planche tutorials out there, we are always told to round our backs during a planche, and that is absolutely correct. But then we have to face the fact that every saying has its own limits. And because of how much the rounding of the back has been emphasized in planche, beginners tend to round their back so much to the point where their shoulders automatically strut up. This happens because shrugging your shoulders upwards like this can produce a much rounder back. So while on the surface it doesn't seem like a big deal, it actually makes your planche a whole lot harder. First of all, shrugging your shoulders like...
Oh, my neck. Oh. Wait, let me do that again.
Anyways, as I was saying, shrugging your shoulders like that means that you have to lean more in the planche. So this is because your arms will be much further away from your waist as compared to when your shoulders are depressed, which simply means that you have to lean more to achieve the desired planche variation you want. Secondly, doing a planche like this feels like your shoulders are on a vacation while your joints are doing all the work. And when I say doing all the work, I mean to the point where your joints feel like they're gonna break off, go to the hospital, and then you're gonna get lectured for your bills for. So basically what I mean is that your joints will feel everything while your shoulders will feel nothing. And this actually makes the planche itself not only more difficult but more dangerous at the same time. Now here's why. When your shoulders are struck in this manner, as you can see, it's gonna be in this sort of really unnatural position, which makes it close to impossible to even try to engage that shoulder muscle, even if you're doing it like consciously. Which means that now you are solely relying on the ditch of your elbows, the joints on the ditch of the elbows, to lift your whole entire body weight, which is extremely dangerous. And I certainly will never recommend. In fact, you guys should never do this. Like, it's really risky. So this is for all the beginners out there. Do not ever do a planche like this. Anyways, enough of me talking about how to do it wrongly. I'm gonna teach you guys how to do it the correct way. So to do it correctly, simply depress your shoulders like in a pull-up, while rounding your back at the same time. Doing this will not only put your shoulders in a much stronger position, but it will also engage the lats to further help you in the movement. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, mistake number 2, training endurance instead of strength. Wait, oh no!
So often I see people training for planche with really high reps and really long holds. But the thing is, in planche, you're actually training for strength in order to lean forward even further. But doing high reps like these are just gonna train your endurance. So you guys need to understand that endurance isn't the same as strength. Endurance means like how long you can last. Wait, oh shit. Wait, how do I rephrase that? Endurance being the number of reps or the total number of time in an exercise, and strength being the amount of load you can actually carry. You see, when people train for endurance, they often think that if I can do at least 100 pseudo planche push-ups in a row, I'll definitely be able to do a bunch of planche push-ups. Well, I hate to break it to you, but sometimes more is less and less is more. You see, the thing is, when you're doing these kinds of things, all you're doing is just increasing the number of reps and the seconds in your hold time. Now, the difference between endurance and strength training is that in strength training, the reps remain the same, but the load that the exercise gives you, it's a lot more.
And by the way, the rep range for strength training is between 3 to 15 reps. Yeah, future me out.
So yeah, basically this form of training is known as the progressive overload, and it's something like a cycle where when something gets easy and you exceed that certain strength building rep range, you just change the progression to something harder. So it's like easy, medium, hard, extremely hard, godlike hard, Zawardo! Guys, I forgot to tell you, remember to subscribe and leave a like on this video and share this video to some of your friends if they are that desperate for a planche. Okay, time has resumed. Yeah, on to the last part of the video. Alright, the last and final mistake I'm going to talk about today. So this mistake is solely regarded on the pseudo planche push-up, which is one of the most common exercises in planche. So the mistake I'm going to talk about now is tucking in your elbows too much in the pseudo planche push-up. First of all, yes, I agree that tucking in your elbows is a good habit, but I find that when you do pseudo planche push-up, there's actually a limit to how much you can tuck your elbows before it brings more disadvantages. So here's why.
So when you do a pseudo planche push-up with your arms too tucked, it will actually rub against the side of your body, as you can see. Yeah, and what this does is it reduces, basically it slows you down to the point where you barely need to control yourself in the negative portion. So in case you're wondering, no, the friction in the negative portion does not affect the concentric portion. You see, during the negative portion, you actually do this sort of small retraction no matter how hard you actually try to protract it. And this causes your body to automatically protract your scapulars immediately, which acts as a momentum to push that upper arm away from the frictional area, which greatly reduces the amount of load that the shoulders will take. Now, to do it correctly, aim for a grip that is slightly wider than shoulder width, and put a phone or a mirror at this angle because that will be very important. Now lean into the planche lean position and slowly lower yourself while looking at the mirror or phone. While lowering yourself, try to flare your elbows out slowly to the point where both forearms are parallel to the ground. So once your forearm is in that position, keep it in that position all the way throughout the movement. This helps avoid the upper arm from having any contact with the sides of your body.
Which means that you guys cannot do any 1000 IQ kind of hack to just cheat on your pseudo planche push-up unconsciously. Nice. And this actually helped me quite a lot in terms of getting the necessary intensity for my planche trainings. Trust me, doing these your shoulders will just burn, and I'm not exaggerating, you guys can try it out. It makes a really huge difference. So yeah, you guys can thank me later, or if this didn't actually help as much as I thought it would, then don't thank me at all. Anyways, oh look, the video has already ended. We see ya.